Yes, you graduated. When
Yes.
did you graduate as a barrister?
I graduated as a barrister. Well, the bar training course in January, and since it was in mid-January, and since then I haven't really been. I've been furloughed from 2 part-time jobs, and whilst I should be using this time, or I would have been in this time, having a chance at getting some legal experience in order to get my foot in the door in the industry, everything is shut down. I can't. Nobody's recruiting. Nobody wants to give anybody even a foot in the door in terms of literally get into our building and have a chat with us. No one's accepting applications. And ever since, I started university many years ago, it was my dream to be called to the bar. And even that's been postponed until it was meant to be in July. And now at the earliest, it's going to be in November. And I'm really genuinely at a loss what to do now, because I feel so demotivated. And whereas people who were completing the course a year ago were getting, even if they were paralegal positions, almost straight away, or at least it seemed that way, everything, like the well has dried up, and there's no one.
And when you say nobody's recruiting or even having conversations about recruiting, is there any information on the websites or from the conversations you have with those people that gives you hope that's just, we are in the absolute sort of, deep in the wood on this at the moment, aren't we? But we will come out of that wood.
Yeah, I mean, there are, as far as the websites go, they say that we will be reviewing it in line with our professional body's policy or in line with government policy. I've even tried calling. And you don't get very far at all, apart from we don't know when we're going to be opening up again. We don't know whether it's worth making an application. So I'm really in limbo. Like, there is absolutely... It's not like someone can call me up and say, "Oh, can you fix this for me? Can you do that for me?" This is it's a different trade altogether, and it's one where it takes time to build your reputation, it takes time to get to where you need to get to. And
yeah,
I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling because I'm unemployed, and
you've been furloughed? Have you from part-time jobs or?
I've been furloughed, and even those jobs, whilst I'm glad I had those jobs, I've been furloughed from them. I've got something coming in. They're not the jobs that are suitable. They're not profession-specific jobs. They are. I was working in retail, travel, and on High Street, just to get by, because I'm a carer as well, and it's just really put a lot of strain on me and my mum. I really don't know what to do.
And are you still looking for any work anywhere?
I am.
Or can you not? You are.
Well, I'm looking. I'm always trying to find out organisations where I can volunteer my skills, because I just need to, I don't want to get rusty. I want to be able to, build upon what I've learned, because that way my reputation will build, and I'll be able to get somewhere in life. I know that you don't get paid straight away for doing a job. You've got to earn your worth, and it's really depressing. I'm really depressed because.
Well, you sound like you very much want to get out there and get stuck in, but you can't. And did you said you were caring for your mum? How much of your time is spent doing that? And
so my mum's disabled, so she can't. She has difficulty walking, and she's got severe asthma, and so she's been told to stay indoors. And even
she's shielding.
And so even when this whole scenario didn't exist, around 30 to 40 hours a week. Well, it's hard to put a number on it, but when you live with somebody, you're doing it without counting. And we're always, do you know what I mean? It's just so...
I do.
It's so hard because, Sheila, when I started, I think I'm 28. When I started, we all went into with the idea of we're going to really get somewhere at the end. And I feel slightly bitter because I feel like we were all sold... I can't necessarily blame this situation, but generally just feel really bitter that we've put in all this work, and we've put in so much time and sweat and tears and sleepless nights, and we haven't, and there's absolutely nothing to go to.
Yeah. Well, listen, I can hear, I understand, Munawar, with the pressures that you're under, the huge disappointment that you've just experienced, and the pressures of caring for your mum. I can understand why your sort of general disposition is a bit despairing. I really can. But you need to try, you need to lean on your friends to try to get out of that, because your profession is still there. Your chosen profession is still there. It will be there. It will revive. We will get through this. It will end. And you need to still be Munawar, future barrister, graduate barrister, ready to rock and roll when those jobs start coming in. And that's, I know that I'm not saying, Munawar, that is easy, but that's what you need to try to do, and keep focusing on the fact that that's what you are, that's what you intended to be, and that's what you are. And, you know, the circumstances will change.